Hello students, in the last lecture, that is the lecture number 4, we completed the IUPAC nomenclature of a unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, now in this today's lecture, we are going to discuss IUPAC nomenclature of the organic compounds which containing the functional group, nothing but the secondary suffix. What is the meaning of a functional group? It is an atom or group of atoms that will determine the chemical properties of a organic compound. That means which determine the chemical properties of a compound is known as a functional group. Okay. Now here select the longest continuous carbon chain as a parent chain which must be included the functional group. Okay. If multiple bonds also present, they must also included in the parent chain. Okay, if multiple bonds are present. Suppose if you see in this example, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Okay, and 1, 2, 3 here 4 carbons. So what will be the longest chain? 5 carbons. But if you see, the OH group is a functional group. Okay, so we have to give the priority first of all to the functional group only. First of all, we have to give the priority to the functional group. That means the functional group has to be included in the parent chain. So now what I am doing, I am taking this parent chain, this carbon chain as a parent chain. Okay, because in this chain the functional group is included. Even though this parent chain has 4 carbons rather than the 5 carbon atoms, still we are considering this is a parent chain because the parent chain should containing the functional group. So this is the parent chain and the side chain will be, that means the substituent will be the C2H5. This substituent is known as a ethyl. This substituent is known as a ethyl. Once again I am repeating, select the longest continuous carbon chain as a parent chain which includes functional group or unsaturation. Remember, the longest carbon chain, the longest may or may not be longest, because whenever we are considering the functional group, first of all we have to see the priority of the functional group, whether it is including in the parent chain or not. Okay, when it is included in the parent chain, even though the chain may not be longest, but it should be taken as a principal chain as a parent chain. And one more example, if you see here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbons. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is 5, this will be the 6. Now you see, functional group is here ketone, C double bond O, and there is a unsaturation is also there. So now what I am doing here, I am considering the principal, otherwise parent carbon chain which is included double bond as well as the functional group. Even though this is not the longest carbon chain, still we are considering maximum number of unsaturation should be present in the principal chain along with the functional group. Okay, now how many maximum number of carbons here in the principal chain? Now we have to take 7 or 6, only we have to take the 6 carbons, because here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbons. Rather than the 7 carbons, we are only considering the 6 carbon as a parent chain. Once again I am repeating, while we are deciding the parent chain, it may or may not be longest, but the condition should be it should include the functional group as well as the unsaturation. Are you getting my point? That means here the 3 carbons which are present as a side chain, this is known as a N-propyl, C3H7. This is known as what? N-propyl. Okay. Now while numbering the carbon atoms, this is the second rule. While numbering the carbon atoms, the parent chain, we have to always give the priority to the functional group carbon which should be the lowest number. That means we should give the numbering to that carbon which has the functional group should be the lowest number. That means again we have to follow the lowest locant rule. Here the lowest locant rule is for whom? Functional group. That means functional group containing carbon should possess the lowest number. Now the order of priority of while numbering the carbon atoms. First of all, we have to give the first priority to the functional group. Okay, if the functional group is not present, then we have to go for the unsaturation, that is the double bond, triple bond. If it is also not there, then go for the substituent. Okay, if the substituent position is same on both sides, then we have to finalize, give the priority to the alphabetical order of the name of the substituent. Yes or no? First priority will be given to functional group, next to unsaturation, that is double bond or triple bond, and next to substituent, and finally alphabetical order. When the chain terminating carbon containing functional group is present, so chain terminating carbon containing functional group is present, then that carbon is always referred as a first, that is the number 1 carbon usually. Okay, and while the writing of the name, in the final name there should not be no need to write the number 1 in case of there is no any ambiguity. If there is no any ambiguity, no need to write the number 1 prefix. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose we have some example: carboxylic acid, ester, aldehyde, amide, acid chloride, and cyanide So these are the some important carbon containing chain terminating functional group. Okay, these functional groups which are extremely at the end of the chain, they are present. That's why they are called dead chain terminating functional group. Okay, whenever the chain terminating carbon containing functional group is there, the carbon which is present in these functional group should be given priority number 1. Are you getting my point? Suppose here actually if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are there. But you see the carboxylic acid is the main functional group here. So that should be included in the parent chain. So actually if you take the 5 carbons, that means the carboxylic group is not included. So we have to consider the first priority to carboxylic acid number 1, and second will be number 2. If you go to right side or left side, there will be same number of carbon atoms will be present. So that's why we are taking the 4 carbon atom containing chain as a parent chain, which includes the carboxylic acid functional group. And on the second position there is a one group C2H5 known as a ethyl. Are you getting my point? Now the name here you see on the second carbon ethyl is there, 2 ethyl, total 4 carbons are there, but, and what will be the name of the C double bond OH, that is called oic acid. So butaneoic acid, that is called butanoic acid. Are you getting my point? In butane, and there will be a oic acid, that means one oic acid. You see there are 2 vowels are put together. That's why in butane the E will be dropped. So butanoic acid or 1 butanoic acid. If you omit the 1, there will be no any ambiguity, because the principal functional group will be here the carboxylic acid, which will first priority, that is the first carbon. Okay, and one more example, if you see here also, if you go through straight chain, you will get the 5 carbons. But the thing is here aldehyde is here the functional group, first carbon, this will be second carbon. Okay, you can go through right side or left side, you will get the maximum number of carbon atoms will be 4. So this will be our parent chain. Okay, now in this parent chain, if you see there are 2 substituents are present. This will be our parent chain. How many carbons will be present here? Total 4 carbons will be present, and one ethyl group and methyl group will present on the second carbon. So on the second carbon you have one methyl substituent as well as one ethyl substituent. Okay, now while writing the name of a substituents, we have to always obey the alphabetical order. So that's why I am writing the 2 ethyl first of all, after the 2 methyl. Okay, and how many carbons are there? 4 carbons. So we can write but plus an, butane, and last secondary suffix will be aldehyde. We know aldehyde will be al, and location of al will be 1. So that's why we can write 1 al. And here also E and A both are vowels. That's why in butane the last letter E will be dropped, and So that's why we can write butanol, one butanol or butane, one all. Okay. Now this is a very important sequence for the selection of the principal chain, main chain nothing but the parent chain. Okay. The first preference will be given to the senior functional group. Suppose if more than one functional group is present, then which functional group will be taken as a principal functional group? So in the previous class I explained the functional group and the seniority of the functional groups. Okay. Next one, maximum number of functional groups, that should be similar groups. We have to take the second preference, and next to preference we have to see the multiple bonds, and next one will be the maximum number of carbon atoms. After that we have to see the maximum number of the locants. After that we have to see the lowest locant rule, and finally alphabetical order. So this is the sequence for the selection of a principal chain. Once again I am repeating, seniority will be first of all senior functional group. If it is not present, then see the maximum number of similar functional groups, whether they are present in the chain or not. If they are present in the same chain, that chain will be the parent chain. After that we have to give the priority to the unsaturation, multiple bonds. After that, maximum number of carbon atoms. This is here you see maximum number of carbon atoms in the principal chain. Okay. Before that we have to see the senior functional group and similar functional groups, and next multiple bonds. If all of them are absent, then go for the maximum number of carbon atoms. After that, lowest number of locants and the lowest locant. Next to final will be the alphabetical order of the name of the substituent. Okay. Now here also I am giving the seniority list of the functional groups. So this table is the very important table which we have to remember. Okay. The first one will be the carboxylic acid functional group. The secondary suffix will be known as a oic acid. Now here alkanoic acid. Here the total name of the carboxylic acid will be alkanoic acid. Alkane plus oic acid, alkanoic acid. Are you getting my pen? Now here there are some special prefixes for the carboxylic acid. This is referred as a carboxy. So when we will use the special prefixes for the carboxylic acid, okay, we will discuss. Next to SO3H, this is known as a sulfonic acid. So alkane sulfonic acid, alkane sulfonic acid. Okay, and the next the prefix will be sulfo. The prefix will be what? Sulfo. Suppose the next third one will be the anhydride, C double bond O, C double bond O, or C double bond O, C double bond O. This is called anhydride, nothing but the acid anhydride. Okay, anhydride. So this is called oic anhydride. What will be the secondary suffix? Oic. Actually this should be oic anhydride. So alkane plus oic anhydride known as alkanoic anhydride. The IUPAC nomenclature of the anhydrides. And next one will be the esters. In esters, the secondary suffix will be the O8. So the IUPAC name will be alkyl alkanoate. What will be the IUPAC name of the ester? Alkyl alkanoate. Are you getting my pen? Now here esters, there are two different types of the prefixes. One prefix will be, you see, if the ester group, in the ester group, suppose this is the ester linkage. In this ester linkage, you see this will be the carbonyl carbon which is connected to the chain. So here this is known as a alkoxy carbonyl. This group is known as what? This is the alkoxy. This is what? Alkoxy. What is this RO? Alkoxy. and CO known as a carbonyl group. Otherwise, if the principal chain will be connected to the oxygen, then this is known as a alkanoyl oxy. This is known as what? Alkanoyl. What is the alkanoyl? RC double bond O. RC double bond O is called alkanoyl, and then oxygen is there. And next one will be the acid halide, RC double bond X, known as a oil halide. IUPAC name will be alkanoyl halide. What is the IUPAC name? Alkanoyl halide. And what will be the prefix? Halocarbonyl. So this will be the halogen X, and CO will be the carbonyl. That's why if it is substituent, what is the meaning of a prefix? When the prefix, that means when the group is considered as a substituent, then we will use the prefix. Okay, if it is considered as a functional group, then we can use the suffix, that is the secondary suffix. Okay, prefix and suffix. And come to the next one, C double bond O NH2, which is known as a amide. Alkane plus amide known as a alkanamide. What will be the IUPAC name of the amides? Alkanamide. If the amide is treated as a simple substituent known as a carbamoyl, known as a what? Carbamoyl. Next to cyanide, C triple bond N nitrile. This is known as a alkane nitrile. Alkane nitrile. Are you getting my point? In alkane, the alkyl group as well as a carbon, both are included in alkane. Okay, and what will be the prefix name? Cyano. Next one will be the aldehyde. Aldehyde functional group nothing but C double bond OH. In aldehyde, what is the secondary suffix? Al. So this is known as a alkanal. Alkane plus al, alkanal. Here also the carbon atom and alkyl group put together involved in the alkane part. Okay. Now here, if the aldehyde group is treated as a prefix, there are two types of prefixes, oxo as well as the formyl. Okay. When we can use the oxo, when we are use the formyl. If the CHO group is not included in the parent chain, it is not included. That means not included in the parent chain. If the aldehyde group is not included in parent chain, if it is not included in the parent chain, we can use formyl. If the aldehyde group is included in the parent chain, if it is included in parent chain, then we can use the oxo. And next one will be the keto. The C double bond O functional group containing compounds are known as a ketone. So here on, so alkanone. Remember, the keto group should be always non-terminal. Terminal, non-terminal. What is the meaning of this one? Suppose last carbon is known as a terminal carbon. Okay. If other than the terminal carbon, that means suppose in the middle carbon you are taking the C double bond O. So non-terminal ketone and terminal will be the aldehyde, because in the terminal only C double bond OH will be present. So aldehydes and ketones. Are you getting my point? So ketone IUPAC name will be the alkanone. Okay. Now here also, if you see, if it is used as a prefix, we can use two prefixes, oxo as well as keto. Oxo as well as keto. And next one will be the alcohol. The IUPAC name of that is the secondary suffix of the alcohol is ol. So this is known as a alkanol. And if the alcohol is a simple substituent, we can use the prefix hydroxy. And next one will be the thioalcohol, which is known as a thiol. Alkane thiol. This is known as what? Alkane thiol. And the prefix value will be mercapto. The prefix value will be mercapto. And last one more will be there, amine. One more is there, amine. Alkane plus amine known as alkanamine. The IUPAC name of amines will be what? Alkanamine. And if amine group is a simple substituent, we can say amino. We can say amino. Okay. Now we are going to discuss one by one functional group. The first principal functional group should be what? Carboxylic acid. Now the carboxylic acid, here the IUPAC name of carboxylic acid will be alkanoic acid. Okay. Now important thing is, here the carboxylic acid, if it is considered as a simple prefix, we can say carboxy. We can say carboxy. Okay. Now the important thing is, if the carboxylic group carbon will be considered in the parent chain, if it is not considered in the parent chain. If it is considered in the parent chain, we can use the alkanoic acid. If it is not included, that means the carbon of the carboxylic group will be excluded in the parent chain. We can use alkane and carboxylic acid. Alkane, carboxylic acid. When if the carbon of the carboxylic group is not included in the parent chain. Okay. And one more important thing. So here the alphabetical, if the first alphabet of the secondary suffix begin with AE, IOU, Y, then we can omit the E of the primary suffix, just like alkane, okay, plus oic acid. Alkane, oic acid, here the primary suffix will be an, so here E drops because here next coming letter will be again O, that is the vowel. So we can say alkanoic acid. Are you getting my point? Suppose if the alkane plus nitrile is there, so in nitrile the first letter N, which is not the vowel, so we can directly write alkane nitrile. Here we should not omit the letter E. Are you getting my point? Because the next letter N is not the vowel, it is a consonant. Now the first carboxylic acid will be the formic acid. This is known as a one carbon containing carboxylic acid known as a formic acid, and its IUPAC name is alkanoic acid. What is the IUPAC name? Alkanoic acid. One carbon is there, that's why methanoic acid. If there are two carbons are there, that is called ethanoic acid. Do you know this is a very important acid known as a acetic acid? What is the acetic acid molecular formula? CH3COOH. And next one will be three carbons are there, we can say propanoic acid. If four carbons are there, we can say butanoic acid. Remember, the position of the carboxylic acid will be always given to the number 1. So that's why we should not mention the number 1. Butane 1-oic acid, we can say it is a butane 1-oic acid. Otherwise 1-butanoic acid. So here there is no any ambiguity. Okay, that's why we can omit the number 1. Okay, because number 1 is always given to the super senior functional group, that is the carboxylic acid. Now here you see, this is the first carbon, second carbon, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. If it go to left side, third, fourth, fifth. So which is the longest chain? This is the 6 carbon chain will be the longest chain. So on the second carbon there are 3 carbon atoms will be present. So this is known as a propyl. This is which one? 1 propyl. Okay. So there is a 2 propyl. Total how many carbons are there? 6 carbons. The 6 carbons, the carbon that is the functional group carbon is also included. That's why we are writing oic acid. Now you see, this is a cyclopropane. Okay. Now what about the carboxylic group? Is it carbon will be present in the ring or it is present out of the ring? If it is present out of the ring, that means this is not included in the parent chain. Then we can use carboxylic acid. We can use carboxylic acid. When we can use the carboxylic acid? Carbon not included. Carbon is not included in parent chain. When the carbon atom of the carboxylic group is not included in the parent chain, we can use the special secondary suffix carboxylic acid. Okay. Now this is the first carbon, this will be the second carbon. On the second carbon, this is a substituent known as a cyclopropyl, because in cyclopropane, if you remove the hydrogen, you will get cyclopropyl. So cyclopropyl ethanoic acid, so there is a second carbon. So need not to mention the second carbon. Obviously, if it is first carbon, so definitely there will be second carbon only. You have the cyclopropyl. Okay. Now you see, this is a 6 carbon containing chain. Okay. In the 6 carbon containing chain, there are side chain is also there. So in side chain again, you have how many carbons here? 3 carbons. Okay. Now, so this will be the first carbon, second, third, this is the fourth carbon. Are you getting my point? Now, here you see in the side chain, again if you see, in the side chain, there will be a, on the second carbon, again you have a carboxylic acid. So 2-carboxy, this is a special prefix carboxy. Okay. And total how many carbons will be there here? 3 carbons will be there. That's why 2-carboxypropyl. Okay. Now here if you see, I am writing once again the numbering here. Now here we are giving the numbering 1 and numbering 4 here. From here also there is a side chain. So this is the first carbon, this will be second carbon, and this will be the third carbon. So I am writing the 2 prime, 1 prime and 3 prime. Are you getting my point? So in this case what happens? So this is a complex substituent indirectly. That's why we are writing the name in the bracket. Okay. And this is a cyclohexane, and this is the carboxylic acid. Why we are writing the carboxylic acid and why we are not writing the oic acid? Because the carbon is out of the principal chain. Are you getting my point? If it is included in the parent chain, oic acid. If it is not included in the parent chain, then carboxylic acid. Okay. Now this is a 2 carbon containing carboxylic acid. This is called ethane, because there are 2 carbons, ethane dioic acid. So here 3 carbons are there. So 1, 2, 3. So this is called propane dioic acid. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexane dioic acid. Where the dioic acid is there? 1,6 dioic acid. This is important. Propane here 1,3 dioic acid. Ethane 1,2 dioic acid. In oic acid, if the carbon of the carboxylic group is included, carbon of the carboxylic group, carbon in COOH, if it is carbon included in the parent chain. In the carboxylic acid, if the carbon included in parent chain, if the carbon of the carboxylic group is included in the parent chain, then this is called oic acid. What? Oic acid. Okay. Now you see, this is the cyclopropene. This is the cyclopropane. Okay. Now there is a double bond is there, cyclopropene. Okay. Now here 3 substitutions are there, and the 3 substitutions are nothing but here carboxylic acid groups. Okay. Now here this is the cyclopropene. Okay. Suppose if you take the first carbon, this will be second and this will be third carbon. Okay. Cyclopropene. The double bond will be in between 1, 2. That's why cyclopropene. And there are 3 locants will be present on the first carbon, second carbon and third carbon. So that's why 1, 2, 3 try carboxylic acid. Just now I told you, if the carbon is not included, then we have to use the carboxylic acid. Okay. Now the next second one, this is the second functional group known as a sulfonic acid. The sulfonic acid, the prefix will be sulfo and suffix will be sulfonic acid. Okay. Now this is the alkane sulfonic acid, IUPAC name. So 1 carbon containing alkane, methane sulfonic acid. Are you getting my point? Now if the 2 carbons are present, so we can take the 2 carbon containing sulfonic acid, that is called ethane sulfonic acid. Ethane sulfonic acid. Okay. Now Here how many carbons are there? 1 2 3 4. Now the question here, longest chain will be 1 2 3 4 5. Remember, in sulfonic acid carbon is not present. If the carbon is present, let's suppose that should be included in the parent chain like carboxylic acid. Okay, now this is the pentane, but on the second carbon you have the SO3H. That means pentane 2 sulfonic acid. Okay, now this is the cyclobutane and there is a sulfonic acid. So that's why cyclobutane sulfonic acid. Are you getting my point? Now here the sulfonic acid will be present as well as the carboxylic acid will be present. So which will be the first preference? Sulfonic acid, otherwise carbonic acid, carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid will get the first preference over the sulfonic acid. That's why we are taking the first carbon, second, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. On the fifth carbon, now there is a substituent. Okay, when the sulfonic acid present like a prefix substituent, then we can use the prefix sulfo. 5 sulfo. Okay, and total 5 carbons are there. Pentanoic acid. Okay, now come to the third category, acid anhydride. Acid anhydride. So when acid anhydride will be formed, suppose we have one carboxylic acid, that will be C double bond OH. Okay, this will be the R. Suppose I have one more carboxylic acid, C double bond O. Let's suppose I am taking the R dash. If R dash both are same, that means same carboxylic acids. If they are different, that means different carboxylic acid. When 2 moles of a carboxylic acid on heating in the presence of a phosphorus pentoxide, P4O10, what happens? The elimination of water occurs. That means one carboxylic acid loses hydroxy group and other loses hydrogen to form the R C double bond O C double bond O R dash by loss of what? Water. So this is called acid anhydride. What is this? Acid anhydride. Once again, when 2 carboxylic acids, 2 monocarboxylic acids on heating by the loss of water molecule to form the acid anhydride. Okay, now what is the IUPAC name of acid? Known as a alkanoic acid. Okay, now the anhydride name will be alkanoic anhydride. Alkanoic anhydride will be the IUPAC name of the anhydride. Simple technique. In alkanoic acid, omit the oic acid and write the acid anhydride. Write the anhydride. Alkanoic acid. Just to remove the acid and write the anhydride. Alkanoic anhydride. Okay. If the R dash are different, then we go for alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Okay. Now here the suffix will be here oic anhydride, otherwise carboxylic anhydride. The IUPAC name will be alkanoic anhydride or alkane carboxylic anhydride. Alkane carboxylic anhydride. Now just now I told you when 2 carboxylic acids on heating to give alkanoic anhydride. Okay. Now suppose I have ethanoic acid and I have propanoic acid. 2 different acids. Let's suppose I am taking first same acid. Let's suppose I am taking the 2 molecules of acetic acid. 2 molecules of what? Acetic acid. When we are using the 2 molecules of acetic acid, so we will get which anhydride? CH3, C double bond O, C double bond O, CH3. This is which acid? Ethanoic acid. Which acid? Ethanoic acid. So we have to write the name ethanoic. That's enough. And remove the acid and write the anhydride. Write the anhydride. Ethanoic anhydride. Now here ethanoic acid is there, propanoic acid is there. So 2 different acids. Out of these 2, which letter will comes in first alphabetical order? Ethanoic. That's why we are writing ethanoic followed by propanoic, and finally we have to write the anhydride. Are you getting my point? Now here methanoic anhydride, that is methanoic acid, that means HC double bond OH. This is the methanoic acid and its anhydride is known as methanoic anhydride, that is unstable. And come to the Next one will be the here CH3 CH3 C double bond O, again O, फिर C double bond O, फिर CH3 Are you getting my point? Now up to here you see this is the parent chain. Okay, now this is the, how many carbons are there? There are 3 carbons. Okay, that means propanoic. And one more important thing, there will be a substituent is there. So we have to write the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6. So total there are 6. There are 6 carbons are there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In between them there is a oxygen. So here you have methyl substituent is there. Which substitution is there? Methyl substitution is there. Okay, now this is actually, if I write the 2-methyl propanoic acid, this is the 2-methyl propanoic acid. Okay, and take the one more acid, 2-methyl propanoic acid. From these 2 molecules, remove the water molecule. So which acid you will get? CH3, CH3, C double bond O, CH3 taken twice. So here this is the acid anhydride. Which acid here? 2-methyl propanoic acid anhydride. Yes or no? Now come to butane dioic anhydride. Do you know butane 4 carbon? Now here what I am taking, this is the butane 4 carbons. Butane I am taking the dioic acid. What I am taking here? Dioic acid. What is this? Butane 1,4-dioic acid. Okay, now which is on heating, it will loses the water. So on adjacent carbon, if you see, H and OH will be removed. So you will get this one. You will get what? This one. This is called butane dioic anhydride. Butane dioic anhydride. Okay, now this is butanoic anhydride. The difference between butane dioic anhydride and butanoic anhydride. Butanoic anhydride, that means butanoic acid, this is a monocarboxylic acid. This is what? Monocarboxylic acid. When monocarboxylic acid, 2 molecules are taken. When monocarboxylic acid, 2 molecules are taken, from which we are removing the water. So you will get the butanoic anhydride. Okay, whereas butane dioic anhydride, which is nothing but a dicarboxylic acid. Which is nothing but what? Dicarboxylic acid. Okay, next to some other examples regarding the acid anhydride. Cyclohexane 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. Actually this will be obtained from, so this is the cyclohexane. Okay, in cyclohexane 1,2 position, there are 2 carboxylic acids are there, C double bond OH and C double bond OH. This is cyclohexane 1,2-dicarboxylic acid. From here, if you remove the water molecule, you will get the cyclohexane 1,2-dicarboxylic anhydride. Okay, similarly this is the cyclopropane. This is what? Cyclopropane. And there is a functional group oic acid, cyclopropane carboxylic acid. If the 2 molecules of the cyclopropane carboxylic acids are taken and on heating, you will get the cyclopropane carboxylic. Instead of acid, just we have to write the anhydride. Yes or no? Now this is the benzene. The molecular formula of benzene we know, C6H6, and there is a 1,2 position, 2 carboxylic acids will be present. So this is called benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid. What is this? Benzene 1,2. What is this? Benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid. In benzene 1,2 dicarboxylic acid, if you see, on adjacent carbon there is a OH groups. So here by removing the water molecule, you will get the benzene dicarboxylic anhydride. Okay, and next one will be the ester. This is the 3rd functional group. This will be what? 3rd functional group. Now esters, the suffix, that is the secondary suffix, will be oate, alkyl alkanoate, otherwise carboxylate. Carboxylate, when it is used when the carbon of ester is not included in the parent chain. When the carbon of ester group it is not included in the parent chain, then we can use this carboxylate. Okay, and the other secondary prefixes alkyl, will be, this is the IUPAC name. This will be what? IUPAC name, alkyl alkanoate. Otherwise alkyl alkane carboxylate. When we use the carboxylate or carboxylate, when the carbon of the ester is not included. When we use the alkyl alkanoate, when the carbon of ester included in parent chain. Okay. Now here how the esters will be formed. So esters will be formed from the reaction between the carboxylic acid and alcohol. Carboxylic acid and alcohol, when these two are reacted in the presence of a mineral acid like sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, here also ester formation by the loss of water from the carboxylic acid and alcohol, you will get RC double bond OR dash. This is known as esterification. There is a formation of ester from carboxylic acid and alcohol. Yes or no? Now here the IUPAC name of this ester, first of all there are two alkyl parts. So first of all, for naming of this ester we have to know alkyl alkanoate. What is the IUPAC name of ester? Alkyl. So what is the alkyl here? This will be the alkyl. This is the alkyl. And what will be the alkanoate? RC double bond O. This is called alkanoate. Are you getting my pen? Whenever we are writing the name of ester, so ester name, whenever we are writing the ester name, the first part will be the name of alcohol, name of alkyl, name of alkyl part of corresponding alcohol, and next followed by name of alkanoate. In this alkanoate, RC double bond O will be included. So the name of ester will be included two parts. The first part will be the name of alkyl part of whom? Alcohol. Okay, let's suppose you see here the oxygen containing alkyl portion that will be coming from the alcohol. So first of all we have to write the alkyl name, that will be the methyl, and the next this one will be alkanoate, only one carbon is there, so methanoate, alkanoate, this is the methyl. So that's why we are writing methyl methanoate. Okay, suppose if I want to write the IUPAC name of this ester, so first of all go for the name of the alkyl part of the alcohol. This is the alkyl part of the alcohol, which is known as a ethyl. Okay, and next this is the alkanoate, 2 carbon alkanoate, ethanoate. Okay, and next one, if you see there are 3 carbons in the alkyl part of alcohol, that's why propyl, and 3 carbons will be there in the alkanoate, that is the propanoate. Here you see on the left hand there is a alkyl group is there, that is the ethyl, and total how many carbons will be present here? 4 carbons will be present, that's why butanoate. Okay, now here the alkyl group will be present here. In the left hand side there is a alkyl group, on the right hand side the ester part is there. The right hand side ester part will be alkanoate, that is the methanoate, and come to here, this will be the this will be the isobutyl. This is what? Isobutyl. Otherwise if you give the numbering 1 2 3, you can write 2-methyl propyl, methanoate, methanoate, 2-methyl propyl, 2-methyl propyl, methanoate, alkyl alkanoate, otherwise simply we can say isobutyl methanoate. Okay, and now come to similarly, now here this will be the alkyl portion, only one carbon is there. Are you getting my point? Just wait, here the principal functional group is there, carboxylic acid, so here ester is there. Just wait, I am writing the structure once again. C single bond O, C double bond O, here 2 carbons and then followed by carboxylic acid. You see here 2 functional groups are there. Whenever there are 2 functional groups are there, we have to see the priority. First of all, first preference will be goes to the functional group carboxylic acid. So this will be the first carbon, this will be the second, and this will be the third carbon. Are you getting my point? To the third carbon, this ester linkage will be present, ester bond will be present. Okay, in this what happens? So this will be the one carbon, that means methoxy, and C double bond O, carbonyl, methoxy carbonyl, methoxy carbonyl on which carbon? On the third carbon, on the third carbon. That's why we are writing the methoxy carbonyl. And there are 3 carbons will be there in the carboxylic acid principal carbon chain. Again, this is a propanoic acid, propanoic acid. Are you getting my point? Now here also you see first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. Now in this case what happens? Oxygen will be connected here, oxygen will be connected. Are you getting my point? Now in this case we can use the, we can write the, just I am removing this one here. In this case, what we have to write the IUPAC name of this compound. So here, first of all, I am writing the structure CH3, C double bond, O, CH2, CH2, COOH. Okay, first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. Now you see to the parent chain, the oxygen atom of the ester will be connected. Okay, so this is called alkanoyl, 2 carbons, CH3, C double bond O, ethanoyl. What we can say here? Ethanoyl oxy, ethanoyl oxy on which carbon? Third carbon. And again there are 3 carbons, so propanoic acid, propanoic acid. Are you getting my point? Next here you see cyclohexane ring is there. To this ring the principal functional group will be the carboxylic acid is there. Apart from there are 2 other functional groups, they are the esters. So first preference will be given to the functional group carboxylic acid, and the second lowest locant will be the this one right side. So we have to give the numbering in the clockwise direction. Okay, now on the second position, this functional, this substituent, this is not the functional group, only the functional group will be the carboxylic acid. Okay, now this name will be the alkoxy, that is the methoxy carbonyl. The name of this substituent will be methoxy carbonyl, and the name of this substitution will be the propanoyl, because 3 carbons and C double bond O is there, that's why propanoyl, oxygen is there, the propanoyl oxy. This will be on the 4th position, and the methoxy carbonyl will be on the 2nd position. And one more important thing, the carboxylic group is not present in the parent chain, it is out of the parent chain. That's why we are using the carboxylic acid, cyclohexane carboxylic acid. Why? Because the carboxylic acid will be not, the carboxylic acid carbon is not included in the parent chain. If it is included in the parent chain, we can use the simple secondary suffix oic acid, but if it is not included, then we can use carboxylic acid. Yes or no? Now similarly here also you see, so this is the ester. So in ester, first of all we have to write the name of the alkyl part of the alcohol. This is known as cyclopropyl, cyclopropyl. and this will be the benzene carboxylic acid, because benzene is there and the carboxylic group will be out of the parent chain, so benzene carboxylic group. Okay, but this is the ester. If the ester carbon will be out of the parent chain, then we can use the name carboxylate. So this is the benzene, this will be the benzene, this will be C double bond O, this will be the cyclopropyl ring. So this is known as a carboxylate, because this carbon will not included in the parent chain, that's why this is known as a carboxylate, benzene carboxylate. Okay, now here there are two functional groups. The two functional groups will be ester. The two functional groups will be what? Ester. Here first carbon and this will be the third carbon. Okay, now here first of all the name of the ester, here you see this will be the methyl. Okay, so first of all we have to always write the name of the alkyl part of the alcohol, methyl. Okay, and then after that first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. Okay, in the third carbon if you see this is the name of the what? Propanoyl oxy, propanoyl oxy. Okay, next cyclohexane, and the ester carbon will be out of the cyclohexane ring, that's why cyclohexane carboxylate. Are you getting my point? And here also if you see this is the principal functional group, so that will be the first preference, so this will be the fourth position. Again in the fourth position if you see this is the substituent, so the name of a substituent is cyclohexane carbonyl oxy, benzene carboxylic acid, benzene, and the carboxylic acid carbon will be out of the parent chain, that's why we are using carboxylic acid. Otherwise if the carbon of the carboxylic group is included in the parent chain, simply we can use oic acid, but here we should not use the oic acid. Okay, and next one will be the acid halide. So here the acid halide nothing but the C double bond O X. C double bond O X is called acid halide, and the prefix will be halocarbonyl. This is the halogen, this is the carbonyl, so that's why halocarbonyl, but the suffix will be oil halide. If the carbon of the halide, acid halide, it is not included in the parent chain, then we can use carbonyl halide. Are you getting my point? Carbon is not included in parent chain. If the carbon is not included in the parent chain, we can use carbonyl halide. If the carbon is included in the parent chain, then we can use oil halide. That means carbon included in parent chain. Yes or no? This is called benzene alkanoyl. Benzene, the carbon will be out of the benzene, that's why benzene carbonyl chloride. Benzene carbonyl chloride. It is simply known as a benzoyl chloride also. Benzoyl chloride also. Benzene carbonyl chloride or benzoyl chloride is both are same. Okay, so this is ethanoyl, alkanoyl, oil, ethanoyl halide, that is the chloride. Okay, now you see here first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, three carbons are there. Propanoyl bromide, but on the second position ene is there. Prop-2-enoyl, 2-enoyl bromide. Okay, now here there are some other examples regarding the halide, acid halide. Yes or no? Next come to the some other examples given here. Now come to amides. What is the meaning of a amide? C double bond O NH2 functional group is known as amide. Is known as what? Amide. Okay. Now here the prefix will be carbamoyl. If it is as a prefix carbamoyl, if it is as a suffix amide, alkane plus amide. What we have to do? We have to eliminate the E and we have to add the amide, that is known as the alkanamide, when the carbon included in the parent chain. If it is not included in the parent chain, carboxamide, carbon is not included in the parent chain. Okay, when the carbon is not included in the parent chain, carboxamide. If it is included, simply we can say alkanamide, otherwise alkane carboxamide. Okay, the first amide will be the methanamide, formamide. 2 carbon here, ethanamide. The common name will be the acetamide. If you see the nitrogen containing here alkyl group, which alkyl group here? Methyl. So first of all we have to write the substitution name. On nitrogen one substitution is there. The name of a substitution will be methyl, which is present on the nitrogen. That's why we are writing N-methyl. N stands for nitrogen. Okay, and come to the right side, 2 carbon is there, eth, and amide, that will be ethanamide. Are you getting my point? First of all we have to write the prefix, that is the substitution, followed by the word root, and finally the secondary suffix. Yes or no? Now you see here on the nitrogen, here 3 carbons are there. Okay, here 4 carbons are there, and CH3 C double bond O. Are you getting my point? Now here 3 carbon N propyl, normal propyl, 4 carbon N butyl, both are present on the nitrogen. So N butyl followed by N propyl. In alphabetical order B will come first, that's why we are writing this N will be normal and this N will be nitrogen. Okay, and next one will be the 2 carbon containing will be the alkanamide, that is the ethanamide. Okay, now here you see first here this is the first carbon of the functional group, and second one, this will be third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, and seventh one. Total 7 carbons, heptanamide, alkanamide. Okay, now on the third carbon there is a one important substitution known as a complex substitution. The name of this complex substitution 1,1 dimethyl ethyl. This is the name of a complex substitution. Okay, now in alphabetical order B will come first, that's why 5-bromo. In dimethyl ethyl, and on the 5th carbon there is a on the 5th carbon there is a on the 2nd carbon methyl will be there, and on the 5th carbon there will be a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. On the 5th carbon there will be a methyl group is there. Yes or no? So the name of this one will be the, on the 2nd carbon methyl will be present, on the 3rd carbon 1,1 dimethyl ethyl is there, 4th carbon no substitution, and 5th carbon there is a 1 methyl is there. So we have to write the 5-methyl and also 2-methyl. Okay, so we are now I am writing the name 5-bromo. Okay, after that we have 5-bromo. After that we have on the 2nd position methyl and the 5th position methyl. So 2,5-dimethyl, but in methyl M and in dimethyl ethyl D. So D will comes first, that's why I am writing 3 in bracket 1,1 dimethyl ethyl. Yes or no? After that only we have the 2,5 methyl. Remember, in simple substitution, the di, tri, tetra do not consider in the alphabetical order, whereas in the complex substitution, di, tri should be considered in the alphabetical order. Okay. 2, 5 dimethyl, total 7 carbons are there. Heptamide, heptanamide, yes or no? Now this is the benzene. And what about the C double bond O? This will be apart from the out of the parent chain, that's why this is called carboxamide. So benzene carboxamide, simply it is known as a benzamide. Simply it is in the short form we can say benzenamide. Okay, so here on the first carbon, third carbon, two substitutions are there, that's why benzene 1,3 dicarboxamide. Okay, now you see here amide is there, carboxylic acid is there, so first preference will be always given to the super senior functional group, that is the carboxylic acid. So on the third position the substitution will be there. So when it is the amide group as a substitution, then we can use the prefix that will be the carbamyl. Okay, cyclohexane. And carboxylic acid, the carbon is out of the parent chain, that's why this is known as a carboxylic. This is known as what? Carboxylic acid. If the carbon of the carboxylic acid included in the parent chain, we can write the secondary suffix as a oic acid. If it is not included, that's why we are using here the carboxylic acid. Yes or no? Now here nitrogen has methyl, and this nitrogen is also having the methyl. N, N dimethyl. Propane 1, 3 diamide. So here 3 carbons will be there, 1, 2, 3. So that's why propane we are using, but there are 2 amide groups are there, that's why 1,3 diamide. Okay. Now come to the nitrile. The functional group of the nitrile will be the C triple bond N cyanide. So the prefix will be cyno, but the suffix will be nitrile or carbonitrile. When we use the carbonitrile, when the carbon is not present in the, not included in the parent chain. When the carbon is not included in the parent chain, we can say carbonitrile. Okay, so the IUPAC name will be alkane plus nitrile. Here we should not omit the small e in alkane. Okay, that's why this is known as a alkane nitrile. Alkane nitrile. Okay, so in alkane nitrile the carbon is also included. That is very, very important. Here only one carbon is there, that is included in the word root, which is a methane nitrile. If there are 2 carbons are there, ethane nitrile. Okay, now here the principal functional group is 1, here 2, this will be 3, and this will be 4. On the third position methyl group is there, that's why we are using the 3-methyl butane nitride. Now here the cyclopropane is there, and 3 substitution like cyanide, so we can use 1, 2, 3 tricarbonitrile. Why we are using the carbonitrile? Because this carbon will not included in the parent chain, that's why we are using the special suffix known as a carbonitrile. So here benzene carbonitrile, are you getting my point? Benzene carbonitrile. Now here there are 2 functional groups are there, carboxylic acid will be there, cyanide will be there. What is the principal functional group? Carboxylic acid. That's why the next 2 functional group simply treated as a substituent. Remember, if more than one functional group is present, I am writing note here. I am writing one note, important note here. If more than one functional groups are present, then give priority to the senior functional group and consider remaining all other functional groups as a simple substituents. Simple substituents. This is very, very important. Out of among the given functional groups, select one functional group which must be the senior functional group. Once we select the senior functional group, the remaining all functional group, just we have to consider the simple substituents. That means we have to give the prefixes for the substitutions, just like a substitutions. Are you getting my point? And next one will be the isocyanide, the N triple bond C, isocyano. Here the suffix will be isocyanide, alkyl isocyanide. So methyl isocyanide, ethyl isocyanide, phenyl isocyanide. Okay. Now come to aldehydes. Aldehydes, the functional group will be the C double bond O. C double bond O H containing functional groups are called aldehydes. Okay. Aldehydes, the IUPAC name will be alkane. Here alkane. Drop the E here and add the al. So finally what you will get? Alkanal. Finally you will get what? Alkanal. Okay. Suppose if the aldehyde is a simple substitution, then we have two options, formyl and oxo. When we use formyl, if the carbon is not in parent chain, then we can use the formyl. When we can use the oxo, if carbon is in parent chain. If the carbon is considered in the parent chain, oxo. If it is out of the carbon principal chain, parent chain, then we can say it is a formyl. And what about the imported suffix here, al? And what about the carbaldehyde? When we use the carbaldehyde, again, when carbon of aldehyde is not included in the parent chain. Okay. Now the first aldehyde will be the one carbon containing aldehyde will be the alkanal, that is the methanol. Two carbon containing ethanol. Here the what are the two carbons here? I am writing the two carbon CH3CHO, which is known as a ethanol, and common name will be the acetaldehyde. The common name of the ethanol will be acetaldehyde, and methanol will be the formaldehyde. The common name will be what? Formaldehyde. Okay. Now 3 carbon propanol, 4 carbon butanol, 5 carbon pentanol. Okay. And one more important thing here, the number of carbon should be the one number, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the 5 carbon there are 3 chlorine atoms will be present. That's why 5, 5, 5. We have to repeat the position of the carbon thrice, because 3 identical groups will be present. 1, 5, 5, 5 trichloropentanol. This is the cyclohexane. Remember, here the carbon is not included in the parent chain. That's why we are writing cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Cyclohexane carbaldehyde. This is benzene carbaldehyde. Benzene carbaldehyde. When we use the carbaldehyde, if the carbon will be not, carbon of the functional group will not included in the parent chain, simply we can say this is a benzaldehyde. What is this? This will be the benzaldehyde. Okay. Now here principal functional group will be the aldehyde. First carbon is there, second carbon and third carbon is there. On the third carbon 2 phenyl groups are there. And what about this one? This is the chloromethyl. What is the name of this one? Chloromethyl. It is a substituent. So 2 chloromethyl, 3,3-diphenyl propanol. Okay. Benzene. This is the first carbon, third carbon, 1,3 dicarbaldehyde. Okay. Now here you see, this will be the principal functional group. That's why I am writing 1, here 2, here 3, here 4, here 5. Okay. Now the carbon of the aldehyde group is included in the parent chain, and it is not the functional group. Here the functional group will be the super senior functional group will be the carboxylic acid. That's why we are using the oxo on the 5th position. Shall I write like this? this is the aldehyde. Okay, if the aldehyde is a substitution and that carbon is included in the parent chain, then we can use the prefix oxo. 5-oxo-pentane oic acid. Are you getting my point? Now here you see there are 2 carboxylic acids are there, 1 2 3 1 2 3 as you wish, 1 2 3 4 5. Pentane 1,5-dioic acid, pentane 1,5-dioic acid. On the third position you see there are 2 carbons are there, yes or no? And also in the second carbon functional group will be aldehyde is there. So that's why what I am writing here CH2, I am writing C double bond OH like this. Okay, so this will be the 2-oxo, this is the first carbon, this will be the second carbon. So I am writing the 2-oxo-ethyl. What is the name of the substitution here? 2-oxo, or simply we can say 2-keto also, 2-keto-ethyl we can write. 2-oxo or 2-keto both are same. Okay, now come to next one. Here there is a ester is there and also aldehyde is there. Which is the super senior will be ester. So ester containing carbon, here the first carbon. Okay, this is the ring carbon 1 2 3. Okay, again on the third carbon you have 1 2 3 carbons are there. Are you getting my point? Just now I told you the name of ester begins with the alkyl part of the alcohol. What is the alkyl part of the alcohol? C2H5. This is what? C2H5. So shall I write the ethyl? First of all, alkyl part. Okay. On the third position there is a, so first carbon, second carbon, this is, shall I write 3-oxopropyl. What is the substitution on the third position? 3-oxopropyl. 3-oxopropyl. Okay, and the parent will be cyclohexane. The ester carbon will be not included in the parent chain. That's why we are using carboxylate. We are using what? Carboxylate. Ketones. In ketones, the IUPAC name we are writing alkane. Drop the E and add the one because the IUPAC name of the ketones will be on. So finally we can write alkanone. The ketones IUPAC name will be what? Alkanone. Okay. Now here, if the ketone is a prefix, then we can use the keto or oxo. Okay. And it is the suffix on, that is the alkanone. Okay. Now minimum 3 carbon must be present. This is a propanone. The historical name of a propanone is a acetone. This is the common name which we have to remember. Okay, so cyclohexanone, and cyclohexanone there are 1,3,5 trione. Cyclohexane 1,3,5 trione. Are you getting my point? Now here this will be the cyclohexanone. Okay, first carbon, this will be second carbon. Again in the side chain there are 3 carbons. So 1 2 3. So on the second position, if you see in the side chain, oxo, 2-oxo, total 3 carbons are there. So propyl. Okay, otherwise shall I write 2-keto propyl also. 2-keto propyl, both are same. Okay, cyclohexanone. Okay. Now come to the principal functional group is there, carboxylic acid super senior, the connected carbon 1 2 3. Again on the side chain there is a one more substitution is there, C double bond O. So give the numbering here 1 2 3 4. So shall I write 3-oxo or 3-keto butyl. This is the substitution on the third carbon. Okay, on the third carbon the parent chain will be cyclohexane. And the carboxylic group is not included, the carbon of the carboxylic group is not included in the parent chain. That's why we are using carboxylic acid. If the carbon of the carboxylic group included in the parent chain, we can use the oic acid. Okay. Now here aldehyde is there and ketone is there. The priority will be always given to aldehyde over the ketone. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. Yes. Now how many carbons are there? 4 carbons are there. But on the third position you have the oxo or keto. We can say 3-oxo butanol. Otherwise 3-keto-butanol. We should not write the position of all, that is all obviously first carbon. If you want to write butane 1-ol, otherwise butanol. Are you getting my point? Now here this will be the ester, C double bond O. Are you getting my point? This is the ester. Whenever we are writing the name of ester, first of all we have to write the alkyl part of the alcohol. Okay, in alkyl part of alcohol, again there is a oxy group is there. Let's suppose first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. This is the 2-oxo cyclopropyl. This is the substitution. And what about the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon? Okay, 2, what is the substitution? Oxo cyclopropyl. On the fourth position, keto or oxo is there. Total 5 carbons are there. Okay, alkanoate, pentanoate, IUPAC name of ester, alkyl alkanoate. Okay, next to alcohol, we know the functional group of alcohol will be OH and the suffix will be al. So the IUPAC name here alkane, the last letter E dropped by ol to give alkanol. To give what? The IUPAC name of alcohol is what? Alkanol. Okay, so we have different types of alcohols. Let's suppose CH3OH. This is known as a methanol. The methanol, this is known as a methyl alcohol. The common name will be the methyl alcohol. And 2 carbon containing alcohol known as a ethanol. Ethanol known as a ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol. If the 3 carbons is there, then we have to definitely mention the position of the OH functional group. Whether the OH group is present on the first carbon, otherwise it will be present on the second carbon. If it is present on the first carbon, prop 1-ol, simply we can say 1-propanol, 1-propanol and 2-propanol. Okay, so this will be 2-propanol. 2-propanol is known as isopropyl alcohol. That is the common name. Remember, in most of the cases we have to remember the common name also. In 1-propyl alcohol we can say N-propyl alcohol. N stands for normal, that is the open chain, straight chain, unbranching. Okay, if you take the dihydroxy, if there are 2 OH groups are there, so we can say ethane 1,2 diol, because there are 2 OH groups are there, so diol. If there are 3 carbons are there, we can say propane 1,2,3 triol. We can say 1,2,3 triol. Propane 1,2,3 triol. So these are some important examples. This is also known as a glycerol. This is also known as what? Glycerol. This is known as ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol, dihydroxy alcohol. Okay, now the next one, amine. What is the functional group of amines? NH2. Okay, in amines, alkane, the last letter E omitted and adding the amine, so that you will get the alkanamine. What is the IUPAC name of amines? Alkanamine. Alkanamine. If the amine is a simple substituent, then we can use the prefix amino. Okay, here also amines are 3 types: primary, secondary and tertiary. Okay, suppose if the nitrogen containing the 1 alkyl group and 2 hydrogens, because nitrogen is a trivalent, this is known as a primary amine. If the nitrogen containing the 2 alkyl groups R, R dash and 1 hydrogen is there, this is the 2-degree amine. R, R dash may or may not be equal. If the nitrogen containing the 3 alkyl groups R, R dash, R double dash, this is known as a 3-degree amine. The degree of nitrogen, if it is primary, that means only 1 alkyl group is present and the remaining 2 hydrogens, 1 degree. If there are 2 alkyl groups are attached to the nitrogen, this is the 2-degree amine. If there are 3 alkyl groups are present, this is called 3-degree amine. Yes or no? Now here the common name will be the alkanamine. Now here there are two alkyl groups are present. Okay, out of the two alkyl groups, the lower alkyl group, that means having the less number of carbon atoms, that should be treated as the substituent, and higher carbon containing alkyl group will be included in the parent chain. Included in where? Parent chain. Okay, now the alkyl group present on the nitrogen, that's why we are writing N-alkyl alkanamine. Here there are two alkyl groups are there, that's why N, N dialkyl alkanamine. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose example here methanamine. Here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 pentanamine, pentane, 3 amine. Okay. Now here this is alkyl group, this is also alkyl group. The lower alkyl group will be this one, this is called ethyl. So first of all we have to write the substitution, and 3 carbon will be included in the parent chain, that is the propanamine, and also the position will be 1 amine, 1 propanamine. Are you getting my point? Here this is the methyl and this will be the ethyl. IUPAC name, alphabetical order, ethyl will comes N-ethyl followed by N-methyl. So there are total 3 carbons, that is the propanamine, again the number 1. Here the first carbon will be there, on the first carbon the amine group will be present. Are you getting my point? Here you see this is the nitrogen on which 2 carbons here and 3 carbons here. Are you getting my point? 2 carbon lower alkyl group will be always as a substitution, that will be the N-ethyl. And come to the here you see N-ethyl propanamine. How many carbons are there? 3 carbons, but the numbering will be 1, 2, 3, because on the second position you have the amine functional group. Are you getting my point? And these are the some other examples. Now come to ethers. Ethers only treated as a prefixes, there will be no any suffix, it is not considered as the functional group. So this is the alkoxyalkane. The name of ether will be alkoxyalkane. Now remember here alkoxy will be this one and this will be the alkane. Remember in alkane the alkyl group should containing the more carbon atoms. More number of carbon atoms will be present in the alkane portion. So there are 2 carbons are there. So methoxy methane, the common name will be the dimethyl ether. Okay. Now here methyl ethyl ether. Okay. Now the IUPAC name, the lower alkyl groups will be always considered apart along with oxy, and higher carbon will be as a parent. That is the word root. Okay. So this is known as a methoxy, because lower carbon will be always apart along with lower carbon alkyl group along with oxygen. Okay. Now here the methoxy propane, the propane here 1, 2, 3, on the first carbon there is a methoxy group in the propane. Okay. Now here on the second carbon methoxy will be present in the propane. Are you getting my point? So these are the some examples. And the cyclic ethers, in cyclic ethers what happens, ring system will be present. Here one heteroatom will be present, this is known as a oxyrane, epoxy, ethane. Okay. Now here this is the 4 member, this will be the 3 member, this will be the 3 member, whereas the 4 member will be, this is the 4 member. Here the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So we can say 1, 3 epoxy propane. This is the 1, 2 epoxy ethane, 1, 2 epoxy ethane. Are you getting my point? So 1, 2 epoxy propane, this is the first carbon, this will be the second carbon, this will be the 3 carbons. Are you getting my point? Now the substitution on the first carbon, this is the second, this is the third. So 1 chloro, 2, 3 epoxy propane. Yes or no? Now here functional group will be the C double bond O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the 4th position chlorine is there. On the 3 and 5th position there is a epoxy bond, And the sixth position is, you see, this is not the functional group alcohol. This is simply treated as a hydroxy because the C double bond O will be our main principal functional group. Sixth, hydroxy, heptane 2-heptanone or heptane 2-one. Yes or no? So this is the systematic nomenclature of organic compounds which containing the